Alright, so here we have episode 2 with our Ritmuller that I'm playing with. I have now replaced the saddle. We've used a bone saddle and fitted to bridge, and we have begun the job of drilling the heel of the neck. I didn't get it quite exactly centered. I wasn't too excited about making it perfect because this is a pretty cheap guitar. So this is like just a guide hole. I used an X-Acto knife and chipped away at the top a little bit on the peak, and then used the point of it to make the hole a teeny bit bigger so that I could guide a drill onto it. And then I drilled with a very small drill bit around 3/4 of an inch to an inch into the heel. This is just to guide the drill that's going to actually go right through and through the neck block inside the guitar later on. You can see the crack there at the heel. As far as gluing goes, I have also been able to lay a solid aluminum bar across the nut and the saddle and pulled down on the neck so that it came back down into proper position. And I determined that I'm not going to have to lift the tongue. We're just going to fasten it right back down where it was originally, and there should be pretty decent action. So we'll come back to it and look at it again when the hole is all the way through, and we'll describe the process of actually getting this fastened right down. Alright, so we're back for part 2 of part 2, as it were. And I have the hole drilled through, and as you see, I'm going to put a machine screw through and use a strap knob to kind of hide the screw outside, and it will go right through and through the neck block inside the guitar. Now, how to deal with the butt joint since I'm not fully removing the neck. When I go to glue, I'm going to be able to access in along here by just peeling the neck back a little bit. You got to be careful, of course, not to cause further damage. And then using a paintbrush with some decent wood glue that's been thinned out a little bit with water just to make it a little bit more runny, I'm going to get underneath there with the brush and brush all up and down and fill that entire cavity with glue, because of course you can, once you've got everything fastened down, just use a rag with warm water and then follow it up with a dry rag and wipe it up. So we'll get all of this accomplished, and then we'll come back and talk about the end result.